Atiku hit Tinubu back, says you are unfit to rule. There's this competition among the two of them now. This one say you are sick, this one say you are sick, you are sick. They are challenging each other. You see how they are disgracing themselves. So the two of them know quite well they are unfit as far as health is concerned, as far as age is concerned. We can see the way they are embarrassing and disgracing themselves. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has said his All Progressives Congress APC counterpart Bola Tinubu is sick and unfit to be Nigerian president. The former vice president also described Tinubu as wobbly, wonky, and narcotic devastated presidential candidate. What? Ta! Can you imagine? Wobbly, wonky, and narcotic devastated presidential candidate. Lobaton. On Wednesday, Tinubu, in a statement by the Director, Media and Publicity of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Bayo Onanuga, said he has it on good authority that Atiku indeed fell ill and travelled to the UK to seek medical help. Reacting in a statement signed by the spokesperson for the Atiku Okowa campaign, Kola Ologbodiyan, Atiku said Tinubu is corrupt and unfit for public office owing to his alleged corruption. The statement read, "It is imperative to observe that our campaign has focused on issues and refrained from Tinubu's appalling health issues prior to this ignoble public dance of the Tinubu-Shettima campaign. However, since Tinubu by himself has opened the channels for Nigerians to examine his ill health, we have no other option to further expose that the APC candidate must be suffering from manifest Parkinson's disease accompanied with incontinence." And meanwhile, they are the ones who they will tell you, don't mock people, you don't use health, you don't talk about other people's health. Now, this same APC supporters, they are the first people they will jump into the platform and begin to tell you, nobody uses somebody's health. And they do all those they are superstition. Somebody is suffering from something. You are not fit, you are not fit. The next thing they will times it, they will begin to tell you that you are playing God, you are not God. Forget all those things. You are not qualified for something, you are not qualified. Now, according to what they are saying now, they didn't even want to go through that route. But now, since he has opened that platform for them to talk about it, so nobody should come and be telling us that you don't mock people with their health issue. Since he's the one who is saying it, yes, so let them open the platform and begin to say what it is. For clarity, Parkinson's disease is a brain disorder which symptoms include shaking hands, stiffness of limbs, difficulty with coordination, problem with balance when walking, articulation disorder, memory problems, as well as general mental and physical weakness, which are all being witnessed in the APC presidential candidates. This perhaps accounts for the desperation, the endless gaps, the articulation errors, the incoherence, the many blunders and disconnection from reality, for which Asiwaju Tinubu has become the butt of weird jokes among Nigerians and internationally. It is rather unfortunate that the APC presidential candidate, who cannot stand erect or walk up an elevation unaided, who is plagued by visible tremor of the hands, who palpitates at slightest physical exertion, and who is reported in the public space as being challenged by incontinence and could attempt to speak on the health status of any Nigerian. More so, some medical professionals have associated certain cases of nerve cell death with narcotic use and unhealthy lifestyle, and our campaign urges Tinubu to examine himself in that regard. Furthermore, Nigerians find it incongruous that the tarnished Asiwaju Tinubu, who is battered by a smelly criminal past, including the $460,000 forfeiture sentence for narcotic-related offense by a court of competent jurisdiction in the United States, alleged looting of Lagos State Treasury and stripping of her property, cases of forgery, impersonation, perjury, inconsistencies in name, age, as well as questionable educational background, ancestry, and genealogy, could attempt to speak on corruption and integrity. Asiwaju Tinubu should rather hide his face in shame, given his malodorous activities for which well many Nigerians have dissociated themselves from his presidential campaign. In any case, Nigerians are aware that Tinubu is not ethically, physically, and mentally fit to hold office as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, unlike the decent, honest, physically, mentally, and emotionally fit Atiku Abubakar, who exhibits the manifest readiness, intellectual alertness, capacity, and experience to lead our nation at this critical time. Those pushing a Milokon's candidature cannot claim to be unaware that he is not fit to preside over a country of 200 million people. They just don't even wish Nigeria well. Okay? Now so we can't see him. You see? You see, so see, can you imagine? Oh, wow. And with this, Nigerians have started reacting, say, wow, can you imagine? Let us watch how this whole thing will play out. Some people say, oh, one is even better than one. The two of you have health challenges, which is normal due to old age. Office of the president is very challenging and requires healthy and physically fit person. Please, Obi is in a better position considering his sound health of mind and body, coupled with his youthfulness, to govern this country for a better future. So give him the chance. Please ensure that okay, these people are telling us that they are not physically and mentally fit to be president of Nigeria, but we seem not to be listening to them. May we not find ourselves in a condition where Buhari would be missed. This election will be quite interesting. It is the last chance for Atiku and Tinubu. They will fight themselves to finish. Either we be happy to concede to Obi rather than to each other. This is really the best of these two men, especially Tinubu, who is good at insulting and taking a swipe at his opponents. Both of them, Atiku and Abubakar, need to retire. They are both playing games with the minds of Nigerians. The Bible says our enemies shall eat their own flesh and drink their own blood. There have been several reports of Tinubu being afflicted with Parkinson's disease, but he has kept mum on the development because of his general election. They are all in the same lane. Even the Atiku self can't even do a 10-minute trek. They are all old, tired people, but with lots of ambition to must loot our money. They are insulting themselves publicly, but when they meet anywhere, they greet and hug themselves. They are just pretending. You think that is love? No, when you love somebody, you don't. It's not. If you have integrity, you don't say because of politics you begin to embarrass yourself, or because it's his policies you want to win, so you want to bring the other person down. So I think it's more than that. See, people can backbite, people can say anything about anybody. Once they see the person, they will just pretend, oh, how are you, this and that. Before you know, they just so I beg you. So you don't expect them to. I always say this, you don't expect them to carry cutlass. Say, oh, you said this about me, did. No. But that does not mean they love themselves. That is just my own point. So guys, let's hear your opinion and have your take on this.